Thank you. I just want to make sure that everyone can see my screen.
Yep.
Full projector. Perfect. Well, thank you, Brian, for the great intro, and thank you everyone for allowing me to be in front of you today and your time as well. It's always a pleasure to get in front of our partners or potential partners. And today's theme is definitely something that we're all really passionate about, as it affects the way that we've all been working the last 2 years, but also how our customers are shifting and changing and their needs are evolving. So let me just quickly introduce myself. So my name is Rasha Tafaili. I am a territory account manager at Cisco Meraki. I cover small business in the Toronto core territory. So anything from an M2 to M9 postal code. I do not work alone. I have amazing colleagues that also help cover the other territories in Canada. And I'll give you an intro about them a little bit later in the presentation. But to kick things off, let's throw it back. Let's talk a little bit about Meraki. So today, Cisco Meraki is an industry leader in cloud managed IT. We create the simplest, most powerful solutions, helping everyone from a small business to a global enterprise save time and money, which are the two things that are most important to everyone. But where did it all start? Well, we started in 2006. It was a grad student research project out of MIT. 3 students were researching how to deploy a mesh wireless system throughout the city of Boston. They presented their findings at a conference, and investors from Google offered them some cash to start a company. They moved to Silicon Valley, and from there, Meraki was born. In 2012, Cisco bought Meraki, and since then, we've developed into the fastest growing product line in Cisco. I am speaking to you from Toronto. So I live in the GTA, but our HQ is in San Francisco, where most of my colleagues are based. And we now have local presence, so actual Meraki offices in Chicago, London, Sydney, and Tokyo. Meraki's cloud managed solutions grown. Just from the wireless access points, we're now selling 8 different networking solutions. We differ a little bit from traditional Cisco in the way that we focus on simplicity, and we have a very simple sales motion, the see, try, and buy, that I'm sure some of you are very familiar with. Our key differentiator, though, is the dashboard, that single pane of glass that allows our customers to troubleshoot and manage their networks remotely. Our newest product lines include the Meraki Insights license, the MG Cellular Gateway, which was launched in 2019, and the MT sensors, which were launched in 2020. We also had brand new MXs released earlier this year in July. I think it's 4 new models, and then we have some new access point models that were released this year. So, as I said, we're all really passionate about today's theme, working from home, working remotely, but why should we really care? Many companies, our customers that haven't had a remote policy prior to the pandemic are now looking to invest in remote work solutions for long-term strategies. Gartner said that at least 3/4 of businesses will move at least 5% of their workforce to remote work permanently. Twitter announced that they're moving their workforce to remote permanently. So I think there's a lot of opportunity there. It's just a matter of positioning the right products to our customers, making sure that they're taken care of. So we've noticed 3 main pain points when it comes to remote work. Our customers have a need for 100% in-office experience. They need something that's reliable, easy to manage. They need data protection and security. Security is top of mind for everyone. Just making sure that the remote handling of sensitive data is taken care of. And then really the uncertainty. They're kind of like having to shift and pivot, and they're not sure what's coming next. So making sure that our solutions are future-proofed, making sure we create concepts that are innovative and optimized for change while reducing the complexity, but also the cost. So this leads me to our Meraki Z series. It's our teleworker gateway, which is an enterprise class firewall, VPN gateway, and a router in one. We have 2 different models, the Z3 and the Z3C. Previously, we had a Z1 model that has now gone end of sale, end of life, so no longer offered, and this is the new and improved version of that one. Each of these models offers 5 gigabit Ethernet ports and wireless for connectivity. Each model is designed to securely extend the power of Meraki Cloud Managed Networking to the employees, the IT staff, and the executives all working from home. So why don't we go through a little bit of the main features? Top of the list offers, the Z3 offers true zero-touch remote provisioning. Configuring templates for large multi-site deployments is simple. It's truly a plug-and-play device. Makes things easier for everyone involved. The cloud-managed dashboard allows for remote visibility and troubleshooting from a single pane of glass. It's perfect for a lean IT team that has to manage multiple locations. The Z3 also allows for over-the-web feature and security updates. Updates are pushed straight to every device, zero touch required by the on-site teleworkers. No having to talk to someone, asking them to push a button or see if something is blinking or not, and none of that. Everything is done automatically. The IT team can do it remotely. No one needs to be on site. And most importantly, Auto VPN, the VPN tunnels to HQ or the data center can be enabled via a single click without any command line configurations or multi-step key permission setups. The Z3 is simple, powerful security from end to end. With end-to-end VPN encryption, corporate data is always protected. It is also self-configuring, self-optimizing, and self-healing. So when you plug it in, it automatically connects to the Meraki cloud. It downloads the configuration and joins the network. In case of when IP address changes, the Z3 will self-heal by reestablishing the site-to-site VPN tunnel using the new IP address. Also, if a supported SIM card is installed or a 4G modem is connected and primary WAN uplink connectivity fails, the Z3 will automatically fail over to cellular. So we've got redundancy built in. And what kind of salesperson would I be if I didn't also position another one of our solutions that makes for an excellent add-on to the Z3? So let me speak a little bit about our systems manager. With the Z3, it allows for seamless mobile client VPN configuration, among other features, of course, but a lot of our customers actually have this, especially when their workforce is remote. Let's do a little bit of a recap of our sales motion. So every single piece of our hardware requires a license to operate. The licensing required includes centralized management and network-wide visibility and control, seamless firmware and security updates, 24/7 enterprise support, and lifetime warranty. And what does that even mean? So there's a support team that's available to answer all of your questions. Support cases can be generated through the dashboard by clicking on a hyperlink and talking about what your issues are. Someone from the team will reach out to you. You can also call the line. These days, I will admit, there has been a little bit of a wait time, but generally you can still get through to someone who can troubleshoot your issues over the phone. Let's say the hardware goes kaput and it's not working and the team cannot troubleshoot it. They will put in a case to have it replaced, and that's part of the lifetime warranty. It gets RMA'd and we send you a new piece of hardware to which you will then transfer your license that's already been paid for and continue using the new piece of hardware. Now, let's say you found this opportunity and now you want to leverage this simple high velocity sales model. And this is where I would suggest to move forward with the notion of the see, try, and buy. Reach out to us. I will speak a little bit about the team in a second. Connect with your Meraki rep. Let them know that you'd like a demo for your customer. We can get in front of them. We can demo the dashboard. We can show them the products in play and so that they can see for themselves what the differentiating factor is, and answer their questions really as to how this would work and integrate into their network. If there's interest, we can send them a piece of hardware for free. The trial is typically 30 days, but it can be extended to 60 or 90 days at no cost. So it's totally free. And the trial gear is actually brand new, sealed. So they would receive something that hasn't been used by anyone else before. They can keep it, try it in the environment. They would have access as if they had purchased it to the dashboard. And at the end of their trial, they can decide if they would like to keep it or return it, no questions asked. What's really cool is that there is a trial team that's completely dedicated to them that can actually make sure that the gear is working properly and answer all of their questions at the time of setup. Hopefully, this is converted into a purchase, which is a win for you and a win for us, because we know that the data shows that a free trial conversion rate is about 70%, which is pretty good. So who can you lean on? Team Canada. So just like myself, I have colleagues all across Canada covering the different territories in Canada. Some are based here, and then some are based in San Francisco or Chicago. Our fearless leader, Matt, is really, really nice, and he supports us and allows us to do our jobs really well every day. But we also have a technical guru that supports us. He is our systems engineer. His name is Anaf, and he can hop on calls and answer the more technical questions. If you are unsure of which models to propose to your customer, or if you would like him to run some sort of a site survey report, those are all things that Anaf can assist with. And so he's there to help us help you. I know that I'm almost running out of time, but I did want to highlight one use case. Clarity Consulting is a custom application developer. Just all around the world. They've been doing this for 20 years. They have offices in Chicago, Seattle, Croatia, and they've got developers in the US and Canada. They really, really liked what we had to offer for multiple reasons, but the highlights are that they found the MR, MS, and MX a reliable stack solution, being able to manage it with allowing their lean IT team to manage it remotely, and they were able to pre-configure the Z1s that they shipped to the remote workers for a plug-and-play solution. If you'd like to learn more about this use case, it's available on our website. There's more details about the deployment and all that fun stuff. I'm ready for questions. I think I have 2 minutes, maybe.
Oh, you don't worry about time at all, Rasha. You flew through that. You've got time galore, and because my last name's Slowly, we're gonna drag it out. You do indeed have questions. What do you know? From our viewing audience, the question, it looks like it's a multi-stage, so I'm going to read it in the multi-stage.
Okay. Yeah.
How are Cisco Meraki price increases communicated to the partners? There was one recently which we didn't hear about until after it happened.
Okay. So the price increases are typically announced through a communique, let's call it, that's posted on the Cisco website. It's also available on the partner portal. So Meraki has its own partner portal that all partners, registered partners, have access to. That's a link that I can share with you guys, and if you can send it over. But if you just Google Meraki partner portal, you can use your Cisco SSID to log in, and you'll be able to see all of the updates. You can see the inventory lead times. There's a lot of tips and tricks on there as well, and tools and resources that would be available there as well.
Okay, the other part of that question, should this have come from our distribution partners or directly from Cisco Meraki?
The announcement of the price increase?
Yep.
Yeah, so it did come from us directly. It was announced, and again, honestly, I would use the Meraki partner portal as a great place to find all of this up-to-date information.
So the Meraki partner portal is probably the best spot to go and spend some time and validate you have the most current information.
Yes, agreed.
And hang on, okay, but don't worry, there's more. How has the global chip shortage affected the inventory supply at Meraki?
I will admit that the industry has been hit hard, just as other industries. I tried to get a fridge last week and they told me it was going to be a 6-month wait time. So it has been affected. I think the only workaround is to over communicate. Please, when you have an opportunity, reach out to your Meraki rep. The Meraki partner portal can also help you determine who the Meraki rep is for that specific customer. And work with us. We are able to position alternate SKUs. We're able to heavily discount even a better access point or a better switch to fit in the customer's budget and timeline. So if they need something urgently, let us know and we'll see how we can work around the lead times. I will also recommend to please just think ahead. If you know you have customers that are going to need something in the next 6 months, place your orders early. Devices cannot be reserved unless an order is placed, at which point it's first in, first out in the queue. So if your customers have a need, ask them to place their orders early so that we can fulfill them as soon as supply is available.
Perfect. Don't worry, there's more questions. So, and you gave a great presentation, but I'm a rather simpleton. What's the difference between the Z3 and the Z3C?
So the Z3C actually takes a SIM card. And so it offers that cellular network. You can use it on the 4G network at home, and you don't have to be plugged in to like an internet source. And then it provides the Wi-Fi needed. So it's a little bit pricier, obviously, because it has that extra feature, but it's a good option for remote workers that are actually in remote areas.
Gotcha. So C is for cellular. I'm
Yes.
just making that up. It doesn't have to be that. Now, because I'm slow, Lee, you had mentioned trials, but my notes, I'm just not fast enough because I'm slow, Lee. Could you go through how the trials work again, what the partners need to do to make it work effectively the first time?
Yes. Just reach out to your Meraki rep. Use this to your advantage, honestly. The trial can be set up within 5 minutes, at which point we send the customer a link. They have to just click on it, validate the information, shipping address, put in a credit card in case they never return the gear, but they won't be charged otherwise. And then that's it. It activates it. It's automatically shipped. And then we're able to convert that trial also very easily with special discounting if they decide to keep the gear after their trial ends. It's free. So use it. There are no strings attached.
Free is beautiful. And of course, it tethers back to the partner that brought the trial forward, of course.
Exactly.
Oh, God bless us, everyone. That's beautiful. Ratcha, I've run out of questions, and right now the cast of thousands monitoring our Q&A have not brought forth any. So your presentation was concise, accurate, and covered everything. Brilliant